Welcome back, boys and girls. We are on area and perimeter of 2D shapes. We're now on lesson 17. In the previous lesson, we looked at the area and perimeter of the square. The perimeter is 4 times sides. Your area is side times side. Your rectangle was 2 times length plus breadth, and your area is length times breadth. Remember again, your distance, your perimeter is always the distance around. So you can simply add all the figures around. You will still get your perimeter. Or you can use your formula. You need to remember the area formula. Now, your perimeter of a triangle is adding the values of the 3 sides. The area is half of the base times the height. And your parallelogram now. There are new shapes we're looking at. Your parallelogram, the perimeter is the distance around again. So we have S and B, your side and your base. So it'll be 2 sides and 2 bases here, sorry. 2 B's and then there's 2 S. So 2 sides plus base, or you can say 2 length and breadth. Will work. It's the distance around. Now your area is your base times your height. Area is your base times your height. Remember, the area of a triangle is half base times height. Now, 2 triangles will make your parallelogram. So therefore, 2 of these triangles here, 2 half base times height is actually equal to base times height. So area of parallelogram is base times height. And just to quickly show you, there's your triangle here. If we complete this and we draw 2 triangles in this one, you will have another height here and so on. You'll find that you have 2 triangles and this entire shape now is like a parallelogram. So an area of 1 triangle is half base times height. So you'll have 2 of it, which is base times height. So there's it, area is base times height. So that's your parallelogram. So now we're looking at 2 other shapes. Your trapezium, your perimeter is the sum of all the sides, the distance around. Your area is half times, normally it's base times height, but in this case it's half times sum of your parallel sides. You add your parallel sides. In this example, A plus B. Half times A plus B times height. So half times the sum of your parallel sides times height. Now in a circle, your perimeter is the distance around, but there's a special name we use for that in a circle. It's called the circumference. So in a circle, circumference is the distance around your shape, around your circle. So that is your circumference. That's your distance around. So we need a formula for circumference. There's the formula for circumference, which is 2 pi or pi times diameter. Now we're using R, 2 pi R or pi times diameter. Now what is R and what is D? D is the diameter of a circle. And the diameter is a line that is drawn through the center of the circle. So it divides the circle in half. That's a diameter. It's a dividing line for the circle. Now your radius is half the diameter. It's half the size of the diameter. So this is your radius from the center of the circle to the circumference. That's your radius. So to learn the formula for circumference, you can choose either formula, 2 times pi times r. Pi is the value of 3.141. You can find the pi value on your calculator as well. You can use 3.141, not the entire value. And pi times diameter, we're looking at your pi times the diameter if you're using this formula. The area is pi times r squared. You square the radius for your area. So remember, you're squaring the radius for the area, and it's only an r. For your circumference, you can use an r, or you can use 2r, or you can use a diameter, because 2 radius is equal to a diameter. So pi times diameter or 2 pi r, which is the same thing. So we're looking at the application. Working with your circle. Your formula for your circle, pi times diameter, we're using. Your diameter is 36, so it's 3.141 times 36, that's 113.08. Now your area is pi r squared. So we have pi, there's the value of pi, times r squared. Now if the diameter is 36, look at this, then the radius is half of the diameter, which is half of 36, that is 18. So radius will be 18. And 18 squared is 324, and multiplying gives you 1017.68. So that's the area of your circle. Remember, we could have used 2 pi r here. You will still get the same answer, and the r value would have been 18. Now, example 5 is given in words, so you need to visualize. It says the perimeter of a square is 48 centimeter. So we're given a square, and we're given that the perimeter is 48. So we need to remember what's the formula for the perimeter of a square. So perimeter formula is 4 sides, but we're given the perimeter value. That's your perimeter formula. Perimeter is 48. So 48 is equal to 4 sides. So if we divide both by 4, we know that a side is now equal to 12. If the 4 sides are 48, so 48 divided by 4 gives you the value of one side. So one of the sides is 12. So note, sometimes you may be given the perimeter or the area, and you may need to work out his side or sides, depending on the question. So you will work with the questions as given. Now if you look at your application, you should have answered A, B, C, D in the previous application. So now you will look at E, F, G. There's H and there's I as well. So you look at these examples here. Use the formula. You need to work out area. It says the area and perimeter and area. So all of these you need the perimeter and the area. Now H and I is different. It's a word problem. You work this similar to how example 5 was explained. You'll work with that again. Now question 2. It says calculate the area of the shaded region in the diagrams below. Now the area of the shaded region, if you look at this is a rectangle. Now we do not want the area of the entire rectangle. We want the area of the shaded part of the rectangle. So I have hint here. The shaded area is obtained by subtracting the area of the circle from the area of the rectangle. So to get the area of the shaded part is you find the area of the rectangle, you find the area of a circle, and you take away, you subtract the area of the circle from the rectangle. And these examples only work with area now, not perimeter. And to find the area of a circle, you will need the value of the radius, because the formula for area for a circle is pi r squared. So we need to find the volume, the formula for the diameter of we need the diameter of the circle to use the formula pi r squared. Now it says here the diameter of the circle is the same value as the breadth of the rectangle. If you notice the breadth, here's the breadth of the rectangle, and it would be the same value. If you look at the breadth of the rectangle, it's the same value as the diameter of the circle. So when you get these examples, you need to really investigate what is given and how it can be used to solve the problem. And the problem here was calculate the area of the shaded region. Now you have another question here, and leave you to figure out how to work out the area of the shaded region. So you'll complete the rest of the application, boys and girls, for this section.